Hi, I'm Darren Weiss, an attorney at Offit Kerman. Today we're talking to Robert Lord, CEO of Protenus.
Medical records are among the most valuable records created by any electronic system in existence today. Medical records contain information that is essentially immutable about your entire life. So that's your medical history, your family, embarrassing accidents or problems that you've had in your past, your psychiatric history, every medication you've ever been on. Medical records are one of the most comprehensive records of who we are as people, and as a result can be used for some of the most complex and dangerous types of crime. They can be used for medical blackmail. They can be used to open new bank and financial accounts. They can be used for prescription fraud or insurance fraud. And so as a result, medical records are actually worth about 1,000 times more than a credit card or social security number on the black market. They're extremely hot targets, and individuals have been paid as little as $150 to steal medical records from the health systems they work at and divert them to the black market for those purposes. When you think about what big data means for healthcare, there's a lot of different issues that arise. So one is, what really is big data? And that's a question that is almost the philosophy of technology these days. But fundamentally, for healthcare, what that means is incorporating, in my opinion, that volume, variety, and velocity of data to analytics and to patient care that you really haven't seen before in the past. And so what this means in the context of Protenus is suddenly you've got this huge amount of information that's flowing through a wide variety of systems, and yet you have very little accountability over who's accessing it and for what reasons. And so we've had this explosion of data, we've had this explosion of analytics, and we've had this explosion of benefit that comes from these in many ways. I think we're not there fully with all the benefits that we're going to see, but we're starting to see that. So what we do at Protenus is make sure that while we're capturing that benefit, we're not simultaneously endangering patient privacy. We're not simultaneously making a trade-off by saying we're allowing ourselves to both capture the value inherent in big data while also valuing and honoring patient-provider trust. Ultimately, Protenus allows healthcare IT to continue to reap the benefits of this huge transformation that we're seeing in data collection analytics without having to make the trade-off that comes with that data openness, all the dangers that come with exposing people's personal information to all of those analytics. What we really allow hospitals and providers to do is ensure that basic trust between the patient and provider, ensure that ability to say that every person who's touching the electronic medical record is doing so appropriately. And as a result, this can give people the peace of mind that lets us continue to use these tools, that lets us continue to do the analytics that are these life-saving, critical analytics. Another important part of what we do is we restore the trust in the patient-provider relationship so individuals aren't hesitant to share that information. So a huge number of individuals are actually not willing to share critical information with their provider because they're worried about the electronic medical record. We see a variety of different anecdotal and studies as well as analyses around this. And what Protenus does is finally gives people the peace of mind as consumers and as patients to go to their doctors and really give them all the information they need to provide a comprehensive diagnosis.